I need to also delete some stuff because Apple Music is taking up a huge chunk of my library, my phone right now, and it's a lot of stuff I know.
Why do you don't stream the music?
No, I put stuff in my I stream the music, but that adds to your phone space when you hits download,
Yeah,
like to your library. That's in your library now, and that
right.
consumes
I
space.
don't download nothing. I just hit play. I just stream it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Why would you not put it in your library so you could just go to your library the next time? So anytime you want to listen to Kendrick Lamar, you go type in Kendrick Lamar
Yeah.
or any other. That's why your music sense is trash. You don't got nothing in your life. You don't have a music library.
Yo, welcome to Beers and Bars.
Your place of rapid fire hip hop discussion and of course great beer.
I'm Kamal Kiddo.
To the Golden Child. Thank y'all for checking out our last episode, man. Whenever that was, it's been a minute, I would say, right?
Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. But if you've been following the page, we've been having some other content, posting whatnot. We've been definitely keeping up with making sure we, posting things on the IG page, even messing around with Twitter a little bit, even though it's not my favorite form of social media to use.
True.
Either way, man, if this is your first time checking us out, thank you. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe, like, do all that kind of stuff. This is a beer and rap show. What do? We talk about things within the culture of hip hop, other things as well that may happen within pop culture and all that stuff. And we do that over a great beer. So, yeah, man. Come on, what we doing today?
Today, we're talking about 3 albums that have dropped. A lot of music has dropped, man. A lot of music has dropped. Intergalactic, Kid Cudi's project dropped with the show, and the album soundtrack, Rome Streets Griselda project dropped today. Though we'll be talking about Cam's joint, Cameron's You Wasn't There with A-Trak, producer and DJ out of New York.
Yeah.
We're talking about Symba's new album with DJ. Is it album? I would call this an album.
It's a drama mixtape, low key. That's what they're labeling it as.
Symba with DJ Drama. Results take time. And Big Rabbit, Freddie Gibbs is back in the building with a new album.
Big Vice Lord, Big V.
Yeah, I know, right? Big V. I would throw up some signs, but I don't want to get shot out here.
Yeah, we in Chicago. I'm in Wheaton, so I could do that out here. I just won't ever go anywhere for the next 7 months. So,
but his album sold separately. SSS. But before we get into those albums, what are we drinking?
No, let's not even go with what we've been drinking, man. Let's just go with everything that's been happening, man. We've been it's been a lot, man. So first of all, in combination with what we're drinking today, I did go to Goldfinger's Oktoberfest about a week ago. Positive vibes. I forget my man's name, man. I know the owner slash dang, man, I'm missing his name, but if you check this out, you know who you are, man. I totally, I can't remember names. I'll be 40 next year. I think I don't want to misspeak, so I'm just not gonna say it. I believe it's Tom. Could be, but yeah, man. They actually hit the page and told us about the Oktoberfest. It's like, yeah, come through and whatnot, and it's in Downers Grove. I live in Wheaton, so I went through. It was a packed event, man. If you don't know anything about Goldfinger actually, focuses on traditional German style beers, so it would make sense that they had a German type band.
We've drank some Goldfinger on the show before.
Yes, we've had we had the beer on the show, man. It would be good though to get bro or any. Anybody
definitely for sure.
We should set that up. But yeah, man, German style food and all that kind of good stuff, man. It was a good time, man. I went out there, captured some footage and whatnot. We recently was on the Fly Nerd Group live podcast at Haymarket. We did that joint this weekend. Come on, you can speak to that.
I will speak to that because I'm actually having a Haymarket beer today because of that Relief Peacher. I think I might have had this on the show before, but I'm gonna have this joint. It's a peach IPA, 6.2 ABV. But yeah, man, we were at Haymarket, Fly Nerd. the Fly Nerd group invited us out. We had an interview session with them. I was also playing my film Untitled playlist, which really looked beautiful in the space. It was definitely a vibe going on. Yeah, man, it was a positive time. Played some Uno, some spades.
Yeah, man.
They really do an event every Sunday. They've been doing it since the summer.
Very
Like they've
good.
been going hard. They actually have a beer coming out that I tried. Well, we both tried the beer, right? Didn't you try a beer?
So I don't. We so
The
they do.
Fly Nerd Flex, I believe it's called.
Flat Earth Flex is already on tap. They do have a. We can't speak on that because I don't even think that yet. Flat Earth Flex is on tap. They do have
Yes,
something
Fly
else
Nerd
in
Flex is
works.
on tap. Word up.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they are working on some stuff, man. They are working on some stuff. As far as beer is concerned, yeah, man, check them out, man. Shout out to Cosmo Galacticus and Andy Warhol, and the rest of the team. But those two are the ones that were there that night,
Yeah.
and interviewed us. Positive times, man. Shout out to Jarrell, 914 Media Group, Easily Offended Podcast.
Yeah.
He was there as well. He came up on stage with us, and we all chopped it up, man.
Good time for Chicago podcast, man. Yeah, man. Let me just give a big shout out to Haymarket. Oh, that listen, I text Mike
This
Gemma
is
about that.
delicious.
Like, talk. Go.
Sheesh, I don't know if I was prepared for that. I expected a regular hoppy IPA, but nah, man. This Relief Peacher is pretty fruity, pretty pause.
Listen, it is an IPA with just enough peach in it. It's a good IPA with just enough peach in it. I text Mike Gemma about that joint a couple months ago, like, yo,
pretty good.
So I want to kind of stick there before we get into the music, and I also want to introduce my beer as well. But I want to give a big shout out to Haymarket, man. I think that they are possibly, man, they are a sleeper.
We got some political connects. What you about to say?
No. I love all the breweries that I rock with, all the breweries that rock with us. I'm just saying from the standpoint of like, when you talk about beer, I feel as if, man, Haymarket don't be getting enough shine for how good their beer is, man. I think Chicago Tavern is one of the best lagers. I think that that Relief Peacher is a bomb ass peach IPA. I typically don't even like, you know what I'm saying, crazy. You know, if I like IPA, it's typically a traditional West Coast style joint. If I'm not rocking with like a Hot Butcher hazy type joint or any other hazies that I like, Relief Pitcher is crazy. They had a West Coast IPA that's bomb. They have Claire's Ale that's killing it. Man, they have very, very good beer. And their brew pub food, I get a big Mick. I get a big Mick every time I go, which is this double cheeseburger. They fries is good. It's always hot. Man, give it up to Haymarket, man.
For sure. They reworking their menu right now too. Like they have been and they just positive people because we were chopping it up about the beer, the food, all of that. They positive over there, man. You got to go check them out if you don't. If you get a chance, they're on Randolph
and Halsted.
Yeah, I think that's Randolph and Halsted. But yeah, you can't miss them. Big Haymarket truck outside.
Yep.
Check them out, man. For sure.
Yeah. Let me get into,
man. What you drinking, man?
I'm drinking Goldfingers, man. This is traditional style, regardless of it being that time of the year where it's time for Oktoberfest and all that kind of good stuff. They stick with the German style beer. So I'm having their Marzen Oktoberfest. Give a little bit here to produce this beer. They mimic the old world tradition of brewing it in March, right? Marzen is March, and allowing it to cold condition all the way through September. So they lagered this joint from March to September. The result is an incredibly clean balance between malty sweetness, 100% agree, and herbal hop character. So, yeah, man, this is a very them.
What's the ABV on that?
I think this is only 5.2, I believe. But yeah, it's a Marzen style Oktoberfest. I think 6.1, baby. We climb into the sixes with this joint, man. So yeah.
True.
Fire beer, man. All right. Let's talk some rap. You ready?
I am ready.
let's
go.
let's go with the older joints, the joints that came out 2 months ago now.
I know, right? At least a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Let's start with Cam, man. Let's start with Cam.
2 minutes, easy money. 2 minutes.
True.
You know why? There are not many artists in the game who really have a unique style, flow, delivery, voice, and all that kind of stuff that you just appreciate anytime you hear it. And Cameron is one of those people, man. And it's simple as this on this You Wasn't There joint. I don't know what number album this is, but it's not like Cameron be dropping albums every year. So whenever I hear him, I always appreciate him. And what I appreciate about this joint the most is that this is a throwback to early Cam to me. A
Back.
lot of the instrumentals that are chosen on this joint really remind me of that era when I was wasting my life away just smoking weed and not going to class in college, right? So
You were never that terrible a student, man. Come on, man.
fam, no.
I'm gonna give you more credit. I'm gonna give you more credit because I was there with you.
Fam,
I'm
no.
gonna give you more credit than that.
My second semester, sophomore year, it's the Cliff, it's the Bill Cosby joint. Now, when do you get D's? You afraid that if you try, your brains are gonna, fam. I had all season D's that semester, man. It was wild. We thought we was little rappers. We was doing parties. We was doing shows. It was wild. So anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Kicks off with This Is My City, throwback, All I Really Wanted. Listen here, but my two favorite joints on here, man. What You Do, Think Boy. But I think no. What You Do is my favorite joint, man. It's just good to hear Cam, man. He's one of them artists that I don't mind when they have a certain style, flow, delivery, and whatnot. They never really switch it up like that. They give you what they give you. And I think that A-Trak provided the perfect landscape as to where this is a throwback. You know what I'm saying? If you like old Cam and you like what Cam do, you can appreciate this project, man. And shout out Just Blaze on Dipshits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, man. That Just Blaze joint actually threw me for a loop. Like, I'm happy. It does sound very nostalgic.
Yeah.
And the whole project does, but Just Blaze not even making beats like that anymore. And so he had to dig back in that bag, you know what I'm saying, that era, that Diplomat era, to even make that beat. But the whole album, like you said, is a throwback to that early 2000s Cam, that diplomatic community Cam with those what was the name? Heat makers type beats. And A-Trak pulled that out of his bag. But it was a fun listen. You know, Cam is not, Cam is a funny rapper. You know, his metaphors and things like that, his bars are funny. One of my favorite lines which is not necessarily a funny bar, but one of my favorite lines is the dream is still alive because you keep hitting the snooze button. You fronting. You know what I'm saying? I like This Is My City, the very first joint. I like Ghetto Prophets with Conway. I like most of the songs on here. It's just short and nostalgic. It's like it's nothing I'm gonna say super lyrical or deep thought. These are in the first couple tracks, a lot of, especially in the first song, Cam talks about the old days of Harlem.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Him coming up and things like that, and the thing that he used to saw. He mentioned Big L, a lot of that type of stuff. And so if you're familiar with Cam's story, then all of this stuff sounds, normal to you.
Yes.
It sounds familiar. Yeah, man, it's a cool little project. Is it a album or is this like a mixtape little project type thing? It's like 25 minutes long. Dame did his Dame thing. The skit was cool. It's a cool project. If you're a fan of Cam, you should definitely check it out for sure.
I would agree, man. Let's move on to a younger, a more newer You know, he's been out for a minute.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, man, Symba, Bay Area artist. Symba's one of these cats, man, that start doing his thing, or maybe getting the traction nowadays because of social media. You know,
Facts.
he this new era of, you know, you can go up to like a LA Leakers, or you can go up to a Funk Flex. You know what I'm saying? And people start circulating your freestyle, because if you go up there and do well, people will be, you know,
Yeah.
checking for you. That's how I came in contact with him, and that's how I came in contact with this album. This is
Yeah.
Symba and DJ Drama, you know what I'm saying? Collaboration, mixtape, whatever. Results take time. Um, my introduction to him, honestly, this is the first project that I have listened to from Symba, and I
Mhm.
don't believe, yeah, this is his second joint. He had an album in 2020, I think, called "Don't Run from Rap," and then you have this
Mhm.
joint here. What can I say about him? I like his flow. I like his delivery. He has some nice bars here and there, some nice punches. I think he has a cool voice. Listening to the joint, I think my favorite songs on here, I think Can't Win for Nothing is pretty good. Um, Sacrifices was good for me.
Mhm.
Um, Goat is a very, very good song, man. I really like the conversation on Goat, where
Yeah.
he's, you know, saying, you know, how can anybody be a goat if you're really thinking about it? You know, I
Right.
mean,
Or everybody is a goat then.
well, exactly. That, yeah,
Yeah.
man. That joint. I like No Sleep, man. I really like No Sleep with Key Glock, man. Um,
Oh,
Overall,
word.
I think it's a good introductory project, man. I would be. He got my ear. You know, this is one of them joints he dropped with DJ Drama, and it's like, okay, this is what I'm offering you right now. I think based upon what I got, I will continue to listen. You know what I'm saying? Next, I
Mhm.
will want to hear like you know, not a thematic project, but, you know, like an album, because this is obviously, you know, he in his
Mhm.
drama bag. So yeah.
Um, with you saying that, that's interesting because I was all ready to. I'll say this. I agree with everything that you said. I am moved by his story.
Mhm.
I like. I've said many a time that I like autobiographical bars. I think this album is very autobiographical. This mixtape or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I like the autobiographical aspect of it, you know, telling us how he was struggling and now, you know, telling us how he's getting traction, and the detractors that used to tell him, man, look, you need to do this. Well, nah, I don't need to do that. You know, like he's
Yeah.
telling us his come up story. I was drawn to that aspect of the project. He does have my ear because he is a good rapper. He can rap. The thing that I am critical of is that it sounds very commonplace, everyday, your run of the mill rap project.
Mhm.
There's nothing, yeah, there's songs that stand out, but overall, it just sounds very regular to me. It just
Mhm.
sounds very, you know, I could go to a lot of rappers, a lot of rap, and hear this same sound. You know what I'm saying? Hear this same type of music. Um, you know, I think that there's a few filler tracks on here.
Okay.
Um, you know, when you got songs like Sacrifices, that's an honest song.
Mhm.
You know, he had his bag to me is when he's telling about his story and
Yeah.
telling about his life. But then, you know, you got songs like Pop Out that just kind of seem with 2 Chainz that seem like I need a song with a name on it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I thought it was interesting that, you know, he's got ads right now going on Instagram. And the one main one that I see all the time, the song that's playing behind it, the verse that's playing is Pusha's verse, which is like, who came up with this? You know, like, why would you have, like, now that's a good song, but why have Pusha's verse playing? You know what I'm saying? Play Simba's verse. You know what I'm saying? But
Well, you know why? I mean, people, you know, I mean, Pusha had possibly one of the best albums of the year, and Pusha is a rapper that's very well respected. It's crazy though that you
But
mentioned
it's
that
not
too,
like
because
they showing Pusha's face or anything. It's like the bars behind Symba's face in this ad is Pusha T.
you know what's wild that you say that too, because he has a dope line on here that I'm kind of, I don't want to say questioning now, but it's like he had a line on here I thought was dope about a rapper trying to sell him a shirt,
Mm-hmm.
but you standing there and whatever,
And
whatever.
Dior, right. Why would
Why
I
would I
buy your
want
merch? Yeah. Hard bar for sure.
hard bar? You should do that to your Instagram joint, dog. You got where your verse at? You got put. Oh man,
Interesting.
yeah, yeah. All right,
Results
man.
take time, man. Results
They
take
do.
time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and go to Big Rabbit, man. Let's go ahead. This space age rabbit shit. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Um, let me see here. Yeah, so separately. Freddie Gibbs. I mean, this is what I'm gonna say, man. Since 2019,
Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs is easily one of my favorite rappers, man. Easily. You
I'm gonna
start
agree
with
with that.
you start with Bandana in 2019, which I think is Mad Lib, right?
Yes.
People was like, "This is the album of the year." Didn't get album of the year, or it don't matter because this is all subjective
I
anyway.
definitely thought it was a contender for album of the year. Great album.
But here's the thing:
One of Freddie's best projects.
don't even matter though, because the next year he follows that shit up with Alfredo with Alchemist, which gets nominated for a Grammy.
Which gets nominated. Whew.
All right. And then, I mean, goes on a feature run. He's on West Side Guns 2020 project, Pray for Paris versus Dope There. He's on Benny. I mean, him and Benny got it, whatever the issues are. I'm not sure.
They got issues right now, but he
He's
was
on,
on Benny's project.
yeah, he's on the Conway project. Dope feature on Maxo Cream joint. Whipping it, flipping it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's right. He was on there.
I'm going to say this right here, and then I'm going to be done with it, man. Freddie Gibbs is somebody who lives a wild life.
Mm-hmm.
He's a wild dude. Gary, Indiana. I don't know how old he is. Obviously, he's still gang banging. I don't know. Always mentioning, his gang roots and whatnot. He is somebody who lives a wild life and then goes in a booth and talks about the past and the present struggles, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what makes his music so good. It is so cinematic, man. Like and then he's so good at rapping that, for example, right? The song on here, Dark Hearted, I feel like it's almost like a Drake type song, right? Where what I mean is the flow. The whole song is in harmony. Like the whole joint is a sing-songy song, but it's pain though. This ain't no girl bars. This is some real hard gangster struggle type stuff that he rapping about. But the whole joint, he's rapping it in harmony. Dark Hearted is my favorite joint on the album, possibly. But outside of that, man, it's a Couldn't Be Done starts out with a banger, man. Big boom, 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 like big orchestra sounds and whatnot.
They say it couldn't be done.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Blackest in the Room, I think, is a very Alchemist. Yo, Alchemist, you're a genius, man. Then it goes on this more so now current run, which I don't understand the placement here. But you get your features in your today. The Pain and Strife for Offset. You know what I'm saying? I think that's an okay song. Zipper Bag, too
I
much.
like zipper bags though. I do.
I like too much. But look, Lobster Omelet through Decoded is a flawless album. Obviously, I can't take those songs away from the album and call that the album, but Lobster Omelet with Rick Ross through Decoded is a push play. Push play. This man is
I agree with that.
This man is cold, man. He gives you his real life, and I'll let you go. Then I have a comment at the end, and then I'll be done.
All right, so I'm gonna start there, man. Couldn't Be Done. I check for. Look, for me, zipper bags, I really like. Shout out to K Tronada, who produced that joint. When Too Much first dropped, I didn't like it. But coming after zipper bags and in the course of this album and the way it's sequenced because each song kind of flow into each other, whether it's by the beat or by connecting the telephone calls. And so from that standpoint, I'm gonna come back to that though.
I
My
like
next
Zipper
point.
Bags. I'm sorry. I just put it on. I put myself on mute and played it. That's a good song. Oh
Yo,
my
that's a
God.
good song, G. And bro snapped on the drums. Like he was like switching it up, you know what I'm saying? But Zipper Bags, man, I'm checking for too much. I like Moneybag Yo's verse. Lobster Omelet, of course. I really like Space Rabbit. I really like Feel No Pain. Who produced that? I really checked for that joint. I really like Rabbit Vision. The man was rapping.
Yeah.
This man is rapping, G. G, Rabbit Vision? He was dialed in. He be giving you these personal bars and putting it in a way that's just relatable, G. It's relatable. Man, the DJ Paul joint is hard. The DJ Paul joint go hard. Dark Hearted, come on, man. Again, he giving you these honest bars. You know what I'm saying? Gold in the gold rings. I'm feeling that joint as well, man. Grandma Stove. The man is giving you his heart, G. He's giving you his heart, G. I actually like the structure of that song, how he's doing all of this rapping and then give you music, Soul Child at the end.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like not doing hooks, but he giving you this soulful feel at the end. I like the structure of that joint.
Absolutely.
Crack Instagram. And what's the A?
AIDS, I think. Crack
Instagram and AIDS. CIA. He could have ended the album with that. He could have ended the album with that. And really, it is the last song until he give you Decoded with Scarface, which is a bonus track. You know what I'm saying? This album is cool because I like the structure of it. He really put thought into putting it together. This is what we be talking about, right? Like I like an artist that puts an album together. He has a theme to it. Now, let me be critical real quick. I was confused. Now his team, Lambo and them, they going hard as far as the rollout. I ain't seen a rollout like this from an artist in a very long time. Like the rollout is insane. First we see, I'm seeing like rabbits and like UFOs, right? I'm seeing that for a couple months. And then this last month before dropping the album, it's all casino action, right? SSS, this whole casino feel, SSS casino. And I'm confused. Like, man, you in space with the UFO, you know what I'm saying? And then you got like this whole. I thought he had abandoned the whole spaceship thing, you know what I'm saying? And he coming with the casino feel. And then I hollered at one of my guys. Now this isn't fair because just going into it, I'm confused by it. I feel like it's two different things going on. I mean, because even the cover of his album, the cover is a rabbit and it's a fallen spaceship in the back. And then the other side of the album, the backside with the track list, is him in a casino. I didn't get it. I was so confused. But then one of my guys that was there during the recording, you know what I'm saying, told me, yeah, but where's Area 51? Okay, it's in Vegas. Okay, so it's crash landed, right? And he went to the casino. That kind of like, I get it, but that kind of doesn't quite connect for me. You know what I'm saying? As far as the album is concerned, I didn't really make that correlation. I mean, because the album is really all Casino, even though the cover of it is a spaceship in the back. And he got a song called Space Rabbit. But other than that, it's hard to connect those two things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and that, yeah, I mean, okay, so that would have been my one issue as well, is that, you know, that's a, without knowing that inside detail,
I mean,
yeah.
that's not self-explanatory.
Oh, and it's
That's
not at all. I didn't understand. I'm like, man, I'm listening to this joint, and you at the Fountain Blue, and you know, I know he
yeah,
was recording this up, you know, and then you got everybody trying to get him to come downstairs because everybody at the casino.
yeah.
I was really struggling with the connection between, you know, the commentary on the album of everybody on the phone and then the album cover. I'm like, I don't know what's happening right now. So, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I really do like the that casino thread throughout the album. You know, KD, Jeff Ross, Joe Rogan. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope feel. What's his name? Slick Johnson, who plays Black Jesus in the show.
It's your boy Jesus. Yeah.
Right, right. Um, that's very, very dope. And that's what I prefer to see from an artist. You really looked at the album as a whole, you know what I'm saying? And you pieced it together and interwove it and gave your fans a fully realized idea and a vision.
Mm-hmm.
Albeit it's a little confusing with the spaceship and the casino thing, but at the same time, I like that you even like you got a lot of ideas going on, but I feel the idea. I feel you as far as even, you know, putting that effort into doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man. I like the album. I like
Yeah.
the album. Right now, it might be it's not quite there yet, but it
Hey.
might be on my list
Oh,
for best of the year, man.
oh, it's gonna be up there for me, man.
I like this project. I really wish I had written down some of his bars because he got a lot of quotable lines on here. He got a lot of quotable lines on here. You know, he was serving. He got dope in his diaper bag, serving, and his daughter can see him.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, man, it's some bars on here. A lot of stuff broke my heart, but it fixed my vision.
Fix
Space,
my vision.
Rabbit Vision, Rabbit Vision might be one of my favorite songs. G, that's
Bro,
one of my
no.
favorite songs.
I was gonna text you when I was listening to that song on the way to work the other day, and I'm just like, I was gonna text you just that. A lot of things broke my heart, but it fixed my, like, it's that level of philosophy that he has as somebody who's, you know what I'm saying, hood too. It's that
That
because he,
philosophy, G.
bro, that's, look, I'm just with the whole rollout and him, you know, being friends with all these different kinds of people. I'm just waiting on
Yeah,
him to pop up on JRE at some point this week, hopefully, since the album drop on that's what
he
I'm
been
waiting
on
on.
there though. He
He
has
was
been
on
on
there,
there.
yeah. I want to see him
Um,
talk about the album. So yeah.
yeah,
He
for
was making
sure,
Joe
man.
Rogan for them comments and all that stuff. He was, they got this thing. he was roasting him. They got a weird relationship. I don't know, man. But yeah, yeah.
Nah, it's he definitely he definitely did his thing as far as putting the whole project together and like he put effort into it, man. And it's not just rap.
Yeah.
He really thought about it. He gave
Mhm.
you a full vision.
Yeah.
And that's what I prefer from the artists that I like. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? That's what I prefer.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Well, that's Freddie Gibbs. So separately, man. Y'all make sure you guys check us out this week on Instagram. Or at some
Yeah,
point, I think probably this maybe drop Wednesday of this week or early Thursday. But I think
yeah.
Thursday night we're gonna go live. I don't know if Kamal Kiddo has his movie reviews,
True.
Luella Cole joints. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow Luella Cole. Yeah, when we put the glasses on, it's a different guy. Luella Cole on Instagram. I think we're gonna go ahead and review the soundtrack and the animated movie for Intergalactic.
Yeah.
So pop up on us, dog.
Yeah, check it out before we talk about it so you can have some input.
You know what? I'm gonna match it. I think that, you know, since we're gonna do another collaboration between Beers and Bars, I'm gonna match it this time. I'm gonna figure something out. I feel like I gotta get in character too. You got shades, I might give me some shades and like we gotta be weird, man. We gotta figure it out, man.
You just put a wig on, man.
Yeah. Beers and Bars. We'll see y'all next time, man.
Peace.